Now from the host city of so many Pro Bowls, we're on the island of Oahu in the capital city of Honolulu, Hawaii. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Dragons of Honolulu.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here's a quick throw to start the drive complete. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And a Honolulu first down. First and 10 at the 41.
Now it's Nix.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Nix to throw again.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Throwing Nix. Throwing deep for Murray. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, it would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
Back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This now a 3rd and 4. Nix from the shotgun.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Dragons take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
A quick throw going to be caught by Worthy.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Now an audible here into something else.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's fortunate to get anything from that, given the yard up to the 49. But you look at this defense.
There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them in defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove it day for them.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Nick Bonito
In there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
3rd down and 13.
They'll set up a throw.
That's caught right side by Worthy.
And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Well, that was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty.
To throw is Nix.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Here's Nix.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Nix to the air.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Shrugs him off.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, check. Panther 60, Panthers ready.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
This out quickly to Williams.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards that time. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
To throw, here's Nix.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw. Nix.
Working downfield, he's got Puttin.
And all the way in for the touchdown.
Dante Thornton
with career touchdown number 75. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
about set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. They had things a little spread out there with 4 wide receivers, and it opened up a running hole.
Yeah, not only do you get better running lanes because you are spread out, oftentimes when defenses see 4 wide receivers, they substitute in extra defensive backs, so you're blocking smaller personnel. That gives your running back a nice chance downfield against that type of a defense.
First down, here's Mitchell. Down to about the 37.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8.
Back to throw here.
Got a man over the middle, Worthy.
He's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
First down, Atlanta.
19 Tiger. Cowboy 80.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up. McPherson on for the point after.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Operating from the gun, Nix. And he's going to go down again.
Jalen Walker. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
Hey, we're good.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Working out of the gun is Nix.
Throw left side complete. That's Murray. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
At the 45-yard line.
2nd and 3. Nick's going to keep this himself.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Bombers.
Looking to throw. Nix. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play. Leads to
operating from the gun. Here's Nix.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Elijah Higgins
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Dragons have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
19 tight.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Down the sideline he goes. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. And boy, Charles, it is no doubt a passing league. We get that, but did you ever think we would see someone pass for 7,000 yards in a season? He just went over that threshold.
Brandon, 7,000 yards means you've had a monster game each and every game of the year. If you throw for 350, that would hurt your average. That means you've made every throw. Very few drops by your receivers. You've moved the ball effectively every time out.
Williams, the man in motion left. Looking to throw. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they got a chance here to open up this lead.
And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Back to throw. Nix. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. Down to the 10. Touchdown! Dante Thornton with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Dragons go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
19,
Now they'll shift things around. Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of a yard. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And now fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
76.
A quick toss out right. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Falcons.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
19,
2nd and 11.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now it's Nix.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Nix. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thornton. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Second and goal from the 1. Back to throw. Nix.
Intercepted by the Falcons.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw.
He's got this to Williams, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
And the Falcon 1st down.
They're going to look to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. Robinson up the middle.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw.
They'll run the screen with Mitchell.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Come on. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Falcons go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone.
And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Here's 2nd and 10. Nix from the shotgun. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Bombers. Chill.
Throwing Nix.
Well, he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Hands it off out of the gun.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Captain.
From the gun on third down, it's Nix. That is intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
This is first and 10.
Deputy! 19, Tiger.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. They find some open field here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. First and 10. Robinson with another carry.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Now second and 4.
Crack all 80. Hurt.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Nick Bonito in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here.
60 Eagles. 18 Rattlers.
Back to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well of time there, and now fourth down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
That flag, that'll push him back 5. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's fourth and long.
60 Bison.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Victory very much
much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Oh, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for Honolulu,
they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.